Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, did you have a nice weekend? I was just thinking, I can't even remember what we did at the weekend.
That was a long time ago, that, wasn't it?
I know. Can't a mind like a butterfly at the moment. Anyway, I was chatting with my crafties on Wednesday, my little crafty mates, and Judith said, what a good question this would be. What can't you live without? Because during the course of our conversation, I said, I just can't live without chocolate. I can't live without chocolate. I mean, I know the evidence is before your eyes, but, you know, I do love chocolate. I could live without alcohol, could live without tea or coffee, but I've got to have a bit of chocolate.
Yeah, I think I feel the same way about chocolate.
What can't you live without?
Well, actually, bread is the thing I can't live without. I love bread.
Yeah.
Really, any kind of loaf, really, buns, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
I like it.
So what can't you live without?
Yeah.
Tell us. Let's say good morning.
Okay.
Right. Good morning, everybody. Who have we got with us this morning? Morning, Anne.
Whoop, hang on.
Good morning,
Yeah.
Ros and Howard from a wet and miserable Kirby
Oh, what a
Moorside.
shame.
Oh, have you got rain? Oh, we had about 3 spots yesterday afternoon, didn't we?
We did.
That was it.
I was depressed immediately.
We're having to water the garden, and it's only blooming April.
I know.
Morning, Lillian. Morning. Morning, Dorothy. Good morning. Who else have we got with us? Do we know?
Anita, did you mention
Anita. Oh, good morning, Anita. Yes, sorry, I didn't
Got the wrong
mention
specs on.
Anita. I know there's plenty of other people there who have sort of migrated from Periscope but haven't figured out how to work the chat yet. So hello to all you guys. And morning, Karen. Oh, she's with me with the chocolate. I know. I mean, Judith said, what kind of chocolate is it that
You don't
like?
care, do you?
Excuse me, I'm extremely discerning. It's Cadbury's,
is
just
it?
cheap old Cadbury's. I mean, obviously I'll eat Lindt and I'll eat Bourneville, and I'll force it down, obviously, but just cheap old Cadbury's.
I'm sure the marketing department of Lindt Chocolate will be delighted to know that you'll force a few squares down.
Oh yeah, I like a bit of chocolate.
Well, do you perceive a difference between common or garden chocolate, which is I would describe Galaxy and Cadbury's as common or garden?
Yeah.
What about that stuff that's sort of 85% or 70%? Do you like those?
I don't really. No, I like
Not
milk.
so much.
Milk chocolate. That's it.
Yeah.
Not your strong.
Kind of simple tastes.
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Oh look, Anne says you saw my chocolate stash. Thank you. I saw that. I saw what you did there.
I did, Anne, and it's had me
you did.
thinking, I don't know how you contain yourself. I could not live with a box of goodies there. I have to literally limit it when the shopping arrives because, no, I'd be in there all the time.
You would, wouldn't you?
Oh, morning, Jennifer. Right then.
So anyway, if you come
Tell
up with
us
any other things you can't live
what
without.
you couldn't
let us
live
know.
without.
Yeah.
We've got bread and chocolate so far.
Bread and chocolate. Bread and chocolate sounds good, doesn't it? Man may not live by bread and chocolate alone, but it helps.
Let them eat cake. Maybe it's cake. You never know.
No, I can do
Anyway.
without cake.
Should we have a sing?
Yeah, let's have a sing. So today's song, this morning's song, is "Strangers in the Night,"
It's in the book.
which is number 23 in your book.
Yeah, definitely there. Now, we've never, ever done this one apart from on a Zoom.
Oh, that's right.
We did it at the Halloween Zoom. Do you get where I'm going with the strangers in the
Oh
night?
yeah, that's right. Yeah, we did.
Yeah. So,
So if
yeah,
you
we're
weren't on
going
the
to give this
Halloween
one a
Zoom,
go.
this is the first time you've had a bash at this, and it's only the second time we've had a bash on it as well. Anyway, okay. So shall we go then? We'll go for it.
Yeah.
Let's go for it then. Strangers in the night, exchanging glances, wandering in the night. What were the chances we'd be sharing love before the night was through? Something in your since that night. We've been together, lovers at first sight. In love forever, in time that's alright. For strangers in the night. Doobie doobie doo, doo 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 dee da 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 da. Ya 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 ya.
I'm sorry I put you off there, didn't I?
You did a little bit, yeah. Just a little bit.
I played a B natural instead of a B flat.
A little bit, yeah. Sorry a little bit for you. Anyway, now, strangely enough, I couldn't honestly find a piece of film to go with that properly, but I don't know if you would have noticed, one of the things we were talking about the other day was the fact that with everybody masked up wherever they go out, especially when they go shopping and stuff, if you've got your mask on and a hat on and sunglasses on, it's very hard to recognise people, isn't it? It's almost as though they are strangers.
Yeah.
So that was a film, I don't think Ruth has seen this yet, that was a film of people walking along Oxford Street by day and by night, all masked up.
Oh.
They looked like literally they were all strangers walking about, as it were. That was the thinking.
Oh, I will just tell you a funny story about that, and I mentioned it to Gloria yesterday, and that is, Hannah went out not too long ago, she's our daughter, and she went into a chemist and she had the mask on, she had her sunglasses on, she had her bobble hat on, and she even had dog walking waterproofs on. She thought, well, nobody will ever recognise me. Tap, tap, tap. Mrs. Johnson! It was a kid from school. She said, I don't know how on earth that child recognised me.
I predict the future as a detective for that child. Inspector Clouseau.
Must be the way she walks.
It must have been, yeah, it must have been. Now then, I've got a little factoid about that song, because that song was written by this fella, Bert Camford. Bert, he of the Wooden Heart he wrote as well, didn't he? For
did
Elvis.
he?
Yeah, I think he did, yeah. Anyway.
He had an orchestra of his own.
No, yes he did, yeah, the Bert Camford Orchestra, he did, yes. He was German anyway, so I think that's how he got to know Elvis. But we digress. This song, Strangers in the Night, was written by Bert because a German friend of his knew Frank Sinatra and tried to connect Bert and Frank together, thinking they would work well together.
A bit of networking going on.
A little bit of networking went on, and Bert came along to Frank's hotel room with that song, except it was called Broken Guitar, was the name of the song, and Frank didn't like the lyrics one bit, so sent Bert packing and said, come back when you got better lyrics. So Bert went away and came back with these lyrics, and that actually is one of Sinatra's most successful songs, isn't it? Strangers in the Night. It's a nice song, isn't it?
Really nice.
But quite a nice story behind it as well. So it could have been called, Broken Guitar.
I don't see how that would scam yourself, do you?
No, perhaps it was a code name. Wasn't really going to be called that.
A bit like when
the Beatles, when they wrote Yesterday, it was called Scrambled Eggs, wasn't it?
That's right, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
Getting a bit technical now,
aren't we? Anne, good morning, Anne, over there in Liverpool.
Oh, morning.
Nice to see you there. Glad you're able to join us.
Now then.
Oh yes.
Going over here because we've added a couple of posters to our backdrop, and we've got the old Herman's Hermits, Dusty Springfield, Dave Berry poster.
Yeah, Brian Poole and the Tremolos. And this was at the Odeon in Southend on one Friday in December, probably about 1964.
Oh, but the interesting thing about that was they did two shows.
Oh yeah, 6:30 and 8:45. Well, we counted the number of acts on the bill, and they literally could have only have had about 12 minutes each.
I'm not sure it was even that much. A couple of songs and they were off.
But I think that's how it was in those days. I think they just did their one song, probably the A side and the B side and the current single, and then off they went.
Probably.
Yeah. I wonder if they shared each other's instruments and amplifiers and things. Because it takes a long time to set
all
up.
the gear up, yeah.
Imagine the drummer stepping into somebody else's drums and going, where are the drums?
Yeah, but you need to play your own gear, let me tell you.
I think so, yeah. I think you probably do. What else have you put up
so,
there? Have you put something behind me?
There was another one, a psychedelic one up there, which is all about, I think it's CND and flower power. Sort of reminiscent of the 60s anyway.
Okay, yeah.
But we're going to go to our rewind section now.
Right, hang on.
Go on, Neil.
Here we go. There we are. That was old Charlie walking backwards for Christmas. No, that was Spike Milligan, that one. I'm walking backwards for Christmas.
So we've been talking to somebody and asking them rewind song choice would be. And yesterday it was Gloria, lovely Gloria, who lives in Norton, and she's told us all about her song choice.
It was indeed. So here we go.
Morning, Gloria.
Morning, Ruth. Morning, Neil.
Hi, Gloria.
Hi, everyone.
It's so lovely to see you. Really is lovely.
Yeah, well, it's been good watching you each week. You see.
Yeah, it's just nice to see people, isn't it, after all this time?
Yeah, just something to look forward to. Yeah,
it is. Now, you're going to do our rewind this week, aren't you?
That's right. Yes.
So go on, tell us what's your rewind song, and I know you've got a lovely story to go with it. So we're all ears. Off you go.
I've chosen a song from South Pacific because it was in 1959 that I went with my boyfriend John at the time to see South Pacific. And for some reason, that sort of sticks in my mind. I can even remember John bringing us ice creams at the interval, as you have then at the cinema. But anyway, we actually split up at the end of 1959, but we were still friends. And we lived our own lives. Everything. I knew what was happening to him, actually, because I remained friends with his sister. So anyway, 40 years later, in 1999, one morning, I received a telephone call. And this man asked if it was Gloria Stone, as I was then. I said, yes, and he said something else. And then he said, do you know who this is? And I said, well, voice is a bit familiar, but no, not really. And he said, do you remember going with me to the Orchard Fields to see the comet? And I said, John Sadler, after 40 years. Yeah. And he was ringing me from New Zealand.
Oh, no.
Because I knew he'd emigrated to New Zealand in the 70s, I think it was, in the 70s, yes.
Oh, my word. Oh,
yeah.
Amazing. God, you must have had such a big impression on his mind when you first met. He'd never forgotten you.
Yeah, I never forgot him, and he never forgot me, I suppose. But we started writing. He said, I'll write to you after we had a long conversation, catching up. And we used to have a 2-hour phone call every Saturday night here, every Sunday morning. And eventually we married in 2001.
Oh, how lovely.
That is such a lovely story.
Yeah.
Gloria, I had no idea. That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Oh, how lovely. And so this is the song that then it would have meant a lot to you if you'd have watched that film.
Yes, and the song chosen is Some Enchanted Evening, because I like that song anyway. But
yeah, I like that song too.
Oh, I love really that story. Song. That's fabulous.
But it's a little bit like the song is, I know it's not looking across a crowded room, it's across the oceans, the seas. It was a bit of a stranger by then after 40 years.
So, how wonderful.
Connected too.
Fabulous story.
Can I ask, what happened after that then? Did you go over there, or did he come here, or what?
Well, he came over here it was 1999, he came over in 2000 for a couple of months holiday, and I went back with him for a holiday and had a couple of weeks in New Zealand, and then he came back in 2001 for a longer stay. He was going to stay, I think, just short of 6 months because it affected his pension or something. Yeah. And at the end of that 6 months, we got married. And then he went back to close up his house and everything, and moved over here because that was the problem at first. He didn't want to move, and I didn't want to move because I had a mum who was dependent on me, and because he actually asked me to marry him in 1959, but I was an odd person then. I didn't say no, but I didn't say yes at the time. I had time to think about it,
Yeah, you had a long time to think about it then, didn't you?
The second time he asked me to marry him was in a little Maori church in New Zealand when we had the holiday. And of course I said, well, I wasn't going to not say yes this time. And I said, well, if we've got a 12,000-mile problem if we can make it possible. Yes.
Did you get married there or here?
No, here. Yeah. No, at first, as I say, neither of us wanted to move. So when he came over for that 6 months, we decided just to make the most of it and enjoy the time.
Yeah.
And then it was May when he came over. In the July, he said, I think I could move over here.
Oh.
So we did.
And how long did you have together?
8 years and 10 months, sadly.
But I imagine they were...
But it was wonderful. Yeah. Sometimes I occasionally thought it might have been better if he never made that call because obviously I was distraught.
Yeah.
But I thought, no way would I have missed out on that time we had together.
Yeah.
We just became as one. We like, you know, like you were.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's a wonderful story. Thank you very much for sharing your rewind song, Gloria.
Yeah, well, very welcome. I look forward to hearing it.
It's lovely to see you.
Yeah, take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Gloria. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, wasn't that a lovely story?
So lovely.
Really beautifully told as well. Yeah.
Really.
That was nice.
Really gets you.
Yeah, thank you so much, Gloria, for sharing that with us.
That's really kind of you.
It's lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, what a lovely story.
Shall we sing it?
Yeah, so this is Some Enchanted Evening from South Pacific. Now, I've said we last sung this in 2019, and that's before pandemic. We have actually sung it during one of the Zoom things, I think, haven't we? I think we have. But the last time we did it with folk was back in 2019.
Just sing up.
Right, okay. Are you ready? I've got the words, so you should be able to join in.
Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then that someday you'll see him again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. You may hear him laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of his laughter will sing in your dreams. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you feel him call you across a crowded room, then fly to his side and make him your own. For all through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found him, never let him go. Once you have found him, never let him go.
Ah, thank you, Ruth. That was nice. Lovely.
I was a bit nervous there. Really nervous.
That was very nice. Wasn't
Singing
it?
without you.
Yeah, it
And
was.
you.
Oh. Yeah, anyway, so that was lovely. So thank you so much for that, Gloria. So don't forget, everybody, if you have a rewind song you'd like to
share
us to
with
sing
us.
again, and you've got some sort of story about that song and why it's important to you, please get in
Share
touch
it, yeah.
and share it. We'll set up a Zoom call or something or other, and
Yeah.
or it doesn't have to be Zoom, could be an audio call as well.
You know what? There's some great songs
There
in South
are, aren't there? It's
Pacific.
one of our favourites, that one.
Listen to these. Bally High,
Mm-hmm.
Deep Noir,
Ooh.
Some Enchanted
Yeah.
Evening, A Wonderful Guy. We
Yeah.
do that one, don't we?
We do that one.
Younger Than Springtime.
Yeah, we've done that one before.
We should be doing that
Yeah.
one, being as it's spring.
Oh, we should.
Mm.
Perhaps have our own rewind, Ruth. Anyway, where's my list then? I don't know what we're doing next. It's
Well,
gone somewhere.
We're pretty much done,
Are we?
except for a lovely little story.
Oh, right, yeah. So just to finish off with something a little bit touching, really.
Yeah.
So I found this film, and it's taken from the Czech Republic,
Yeah.
and it's the Czech Republic Fire Brigade.
I think Sheila sent us this.
Sheila, yeah, that's right. Sheila sent it to us. That's right. So Sheila found it, but it's the Czech Republic Fire Brigade, with some shenanigans involving
Ducks.
ducks. Oh, isn't that sweet?
Aw, all's well that ends well.
I love the way the mother duck was just sitting in the grass verge, waiting for the rescue to be completed.
She
Lovely,
just
wasn't it?
expected those big guys to help
Did,
her.
didn't she? And they did. They did.
Very
Anyway, good
sweet.
on them, and
Yeah.
good on those little ducks. So, and good on you. Thanks very much for joining us today.
So we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Okay.
Take care. Thanks
Bye
for
for now.
watching. Bye bye.